Magazine. I'm here with a multifaceted creator slash athlete, just multi-dimensional person, entrepreneur, athlete, all around creative from media, design, just everything you can think of. He's tried it, he's been within it, and it just speaks to his character and just resiliency as a person. And we are here with Nyme Manns.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I appreciate you for having me, man. It's definitely it's an honor to be here.
No doubt, man. So you're from Baltimore originally,
I am, yes.
and just tell us a little bit about like your story and your upbringing as far as I know you were an athlete first,
Yep.
became a creative. Were you always a creative even when you were like in sports, or did it come about after the fact?
Yeah, man. Kind of like you said, yeah, grew up in Baltimore, Maryland, grew up with both parents. Growing up playing sports, basketball and football was my passion growing up. To your question, when you asked, was I creative? Wasn't necessarily like creative as far as like content-wise, but actually when I was in, I want to say middle school, maybe high school, I was selling candy, to all my schoolmates and stuff throughout class exchanges. So I feel as I've always been creative as far as like hustling, trying to get a couple dollars, stuff like that, besides playing, obviously, sports.
Okay. Were you designing or anything at that point, or drawing? Because I know with a lot of kids, you start out like artistic to a certain
Yeah.
degree. You draw, you paint, etc.
Yeah.
Then you might derail from it, then come back. Were you ever doing any of that prior to, or was it just
Never.
sports?
Never, just straight sports.
Okay.
Straight sports.
And then when did the creative side come out?
Honestly, I want to say it came out once I graduated college. I had NFL dreams that came up a little bit short, and then I started kind of getting into like the whole content thing, posting on social media. So I would say probably around like 2016, 2017 was when like the creative side started to kind of come out more.
Okay. And I know you had like a major injury. You tore your ACL at one point, right?
I did.
So during that time, because when you're an athlete, especially aiming to be a professional, a big injury like that is like a big like mental challenge.
Yeah.
So just the recovery process, whether physically and mentally, what did you learn most about yourself during that time?
Yeah, man, it definitely was a hard time for myself back then, especially being as though, again, man, like it's a lonely journey, right? Like in your dorm room, on crutches, sweating, trying to get around from point A to point B, man. But one thing I learned about myself was how resilient I was. And again, man, obviously it was a very tough time, and I couldn't get out there and perform with my teammates, help them, out there on game day. But I still had that mindset, that winner mindset that I have to today, as to like no matter what you go through, man, there's always going to be light at the end of the tunnel, right? So I learned a lot about myself through that tough time. Yeah.
So there was also another tough time that when I just did my research on you,
Yeah.
it seems like the ACL injury
Yeah.
and then your time incarcerated were like two of
Yeah.
your biggest challenges, like
Yeah.
as an adult, I would say.
For sure.
So what about the incarceration time? What did that teach you about yourself?
Man, patience, because all you have is time in that situation. It taught me to just appreciate the little things, just like being able to walk outside and feel the fresh air, right? Because when you're in there, only thing you can do is what a man says you can do, right? So like rep time, you go outside when the guards say you can go outside. So me, like when I got out, man, it just felt so good to be able to just like walk out of my house freely, to be able to like go to work every single day and do what I'm passionate about, because in those situations, man, like you're not able to do so. And for me, man, I just happened to turn that negative into a positive at that current situation, and that catapulted me to where I am today.
During that time, is that when you created the Keep Winning brand?
Yeah. So actually, it's crazy because one day I was sitting in my bunk in my celly, man. We was just like bored as hell. It was a lockdown. I think it was like I want to say it was a stabbing in the unit, so we was locked down for some time. Couldn't leave the cell for probably like a week or so. Couldn't make no phone calls. And it was like one of the lowest moments for me, man. I was just like, man, like I'm in this situation, man. Like, why am I here? I feel as though like I'm just like, I'm failing. And something just said, man, just keep winning, keep winning. And so happened that my celly, he was an artist, super cool guy. And I was just like, man, when I get out, I'm gonna start this brand by the name of Keep Winning. Q helped me draw some sketches. I didn't use none of those sketches to today, but that's when the creative aspect kind of came into my mind. It's like, man, when I get out, I'm gonna start a brand by the name of Keep Winning. just like a mentality, you know, that I live by, that I just told myself every single day during those trying times, man. So that's kind of where the whole like vision and mindset came from when I was incarcerated.
But
Yeah.
did you see it? Because it's obviously not where you want it to be.
Yeah.
But did you see it being to where it is right now, this maybe quickly? I know there's a lot of time like put in prior to, but it seems like
Yeah.
there's been like a jump over the past, I would say, especially like 2025.
Yeah, man, I kind of manifested it, and I say that in the most humblest way. Again, like I always knew that I was going to be successful. I didn't know what life had for me. I'm not going to sit here and say that I thought that I would be doing what I'm doing today. I thought I would be in the NFL or NBA, you know, being an athlete. But I will say that like where I am today has kind of already been written. The journey that it took to get here was something that I didn't expect, but I'm a firm believer of though, like God doesn't make any mistakes, right? So like that journey that I took, it was my calling. That's what I had to go through to get to where I am today. Yeah.
For the brand, do you wear all the hats as far as like the business side of it, the creative side of it, the maybe video editing, whatever it is?
I do everything. I do everything. I have a very small, nimble team right now, and I'm just bootstrapping, man, just getting it out the mud. But again, man, all that kind of stemmed from me growing up, you know, with tough love from my parents, growing up in Baltimore, having to earn everything, you know, playing sports on some of the best teams, top-ranked teams in the country, being competitive. So I just use all those things that I learned growing up, man, and kind of put that into, you know, what I do every single day. And honestly, I feel as though that I'm unstoppable. The only thing right now that's in my way is just time and just patience, right? So yeah.
So what would you say is the thing you enjoy the most about this journey of being an entrepreneur?
Yeah, just like, man, like there is no limit, right? Like when you're an entrepreneur, I feel as though the sky is the limit. Like it's no ceiling to what you can achieve and accomplish. And like for me, I'm so passionate about what I do that like every single day is like when I wake up, it's like another day for me to fulfill my dreams. You know what I mean? Like I used to work at Oracle. I was an IT consultant after college. Fun fact, a lot of people wouldn't think I would work corporate.
Yeah, I seen
like,
when I was going through your YouTube channel, I seen you talking about that.
Yeah, man, it was cool, man. And I feel as though, again, man, that was just another step, you know, for me in my journey to get to where I am today, man. But like, it was a cap, right? It was a ceiling. Like that wasn't my passion. But now, doing what I'm doing in the entrepreneurship world, man, like I get a chance to really fulfill what's meant for me and what's my passion, man. So that's why I feel as though I'm so successful, because I do what I love every single day. And again, there is no ceiling. So every single day is another day to get better than you was yesterday.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
So that's a big jump though. And a lot of people want to take that jump of being in their corporate job, quote unquote, or just being in a comfortable environment, but having something that they aspire to do. Whether it's chasing their dreams as an artist, as a business owner, designer, whatever it is. So what can you say to any of those people who are currently in the comfortable position that you are also in, and then you still took that leap of faith and took that risk to go to LA and chase the dreams that you wanted to chase?
Yeah, man, you just gotta be okay with being uncomfortable, man. And that's where change and that's where success stems from, right? Being uncomfortable. For me to move from a comfortable situation, from living on the East Coast, my family, my friends, my loved ones around me, to moving to LA and just kind of quitting a comfortable job that was a guaranteed salary to, you know, pursuing something that is in one of the most competitive cities in the world. Like everyone knows fitness is, you know, like life in LA. So to move to LA, quit, you know, corporate job that was paying me pretty good, to kind of take a risk wasn't easy. You know, a lot of dark nights, a lot of times when I called my mom, called my dad, confused, lost. But like, again, man, it comes from passion, right? And if you're passionate about something, you know, that should fuel you and drive you to, you know, overcome anything that comes your way. And I'm not gonna sit here and say it was easy. It was hard. There was a lot of dark days, man. Trying to figure things out. But again, I just always try to keep my mind focused on the end goal and what my passion was, man. And that kind of drove me every single day to, you know, keep going harder.
That makes me think about, so Nipsey is one of my inspirations.
Okay.
So something that he said in the interview was like, you're gonna go through every emotion and most obstacles in order to get to where you want to go in life,
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever it is. Especially as an entrepreneur, especially as a dream chaser.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna be happy, you're gonna be sad, you're gonna be angry, you're gonna be annoyed, you're gonna be frustrated. But you just got to be resilient through all those, kind of like you said,
Yep.
and just get to it.
Yeah, man, it's kind of impossible not to go through adversity, right? Like, I'm a firm believer, it's like every single CEO, every single successful mogul out here that you see, they've endured some form of adversity, no matter what that looks like. You know, for me, it may have been prison, torn ACLs, whatever. For you, maybe X, Y, and Z. But everyone had to go through something, and that moment didn't define them, right? They overcame that, and now, you know, look at where they are today. So, like, I feel as though if you're okay with enduring that adversity, embracing it, I feel as though that, like, that right there will really catapult you to, you know, to be where you know, destined to be.
It's a fact. And that's kind of, I noticed just going through your YouTube channel and stuff, doing research, that's kind of your brand.
Yeah.
Just as Ocho, is just being that motivational, aspiring person that the people who are following you can look to. So how do you, when you're showing that side of you and showing them like the daily challenges of life and being an entrepreneur, etc.
Yeah.
How do you balance showing that side as well as showing like the family side and showing your like luxuries of life? Because you kind of do both.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you have to. I feel like that's the authentic part about, you know, having a brand. And I feel as though that's where I separate myself from other brands, you know, like I'm authentic. Like I'll never forget where I came from. I'll never forget what I went through. And I use those things to motivate me every single day to continue going harder, man. So when I started the brand, I wanted to make sure I'm inspiring people because for me, I'm not money driven. Obviously, money is important. Yes, like we know that society is expensive. But I feel as though when you're leading with intention, when you're motivating people and going into things on a positive note and like thinking positively, man, like I feel as though money and all that stuff comes, you know, will follow. So for me, man, it's just like living with intention, man, and just being intentional every single day and just staying focused on the end goal. And that's inspiring and motivating other people that is trying to get to where I am or, you know, mind you, I'm not nowhere near where I want to be. I'm not no celebrity. I'm not the richest person in the world. But what I will say is that my mental is rich. And right now where I currently am, mindset-wise, I'm the richest man in the world. And one day I'll achieve all those goals. But right now, man, like, again, like my calling from God was to motivate and inspire people. And I feel as though he used me through the adversity to be able to like tell people what I went through. And hopefully they don't go down that same path or, you know, take some lessons that I may have went through, you know, because growing up, I didn't really have that. You know, I didn't really have anyone that like I could really like kind of follow and listen to. Obviously my parents and stuff, but besides that, I didn't have any other young men that kind of was like going down the direction that I wanted to go down or, you know, stuff like that. So I feel as though that like I'm a blessing to some people, and I feel as though if I continue living that way and keeping that mindset, man, that like life has something special for me.
So what do you do to feed that mindset? In order to maintain that rich mindset, in order to grow it, what do you do like on a daily basis that helps you?
Routine, man. Wake up early every single morning. Part of the reason why I wake up is because, again, I'm so competitive. I feel as though little Charlie in Oklahoma, who may not have the opportunities as me, who may not, you know, have the beautiful weather in LA or the network, you know, he's waking up at 3 a.m. So like for me, it's just like, why am I waking up at 5 a.m.? You know, if I want to be the best as I say I set out to be, you know, I have to, you know, apply those daily affirmations every single day. So I'm not sleeping in. Like even on vacation, what am I sleeping in for? My mother should be the one sleeping in. I owe it to her. You know, she's paved the way for me. My dad paved the way for me. So for me, it's an obligation to go hard every single day. I don't care about being tired. I'm not worried about that. I'm 32 years old. One day, maybe I can chill, maybe not, honestly. For me, I know I'll probably never be able to chill. Even when I leave this earth one day, like my grandkids are gonna have to force me to sit down because it's just like, again, like I owe it to the ones that paved the way for me, the ones that I put through a lot of adversity when I went to prison. Like I don't forget those days. And I set out and I told myself that once I do get out, man, like I'm gonna do everything in my power, man, to make them the proudest that they ever been in their life. And I'm gonna continue doing it every single day.
What has been Keep Winning LA, the fashion brand, and the gym? What has been a bigger challenge in like building to a certain degree?
I would say, honestly, the clothing brand side of things has been the most challenging for me. Again, when I first moved to LA, that's what I did. I was training. So I was blessed to have great clients. I attacked my market, my demographic, and I turned it to something special, something great. Opened up a private training facility in the heart of LA, in Brentwood to be exact. I'm very pro-noun, dominant area. But on the clothing brand side of things, it's very competitive, man. And actually, recently, we just rebranded from streetwear to performance wear, athleisure wear, because, the first 2 years of the brand, man, has been good. But I had to realize that, like, I'm not a New York Fashion Week type of guy. Obviously, I like to look good and stuff, but, like, I'm an athlete. I've been an athlete since I came out the womb. So why am I kind of steering away from what got me to where I am today? I moved to LA to be a trainer. I'm fit, right? So like, why not push that lane? So we actually recently just rebranded. So I'm out here in New York actually shooting the campaign for our first drop of 2026 for the new rebrand. So yeah, man, I would say that like the clothing brand side of things has definitely been an up and down battle, just because like I'm just learning as I go. Like I've never done this before. I'm just trying to figure it out, man, and try to learn fast, right? I made a lot of mistakes, but I'm a firm believer of it's not the mistakes you make, just try not to make it more than once, right? You have to make a mistake to be able to learn, and not just learn, man, to be able to give free game to other people who, may want to do something that I'm doing one day, So again, I feel as I'm just a vessel, man, just to, pass my story on to other people and hopefully to take something from it, and apply it to their daily lives.
Got a drop coming up this year, the first drop, or a new collab? Is that something that you can speak about now?
Yeah, man. We have a few really nice pieces coming out. I'm very excited about. A little bit about myself, man. I'm an endurance athlete. I run marathons. I do this race called High Rocks. It's like it's a balance of like CrossFit and marathon running. It's pretty intense, man. I've actually had the pleasure to recently just get accepted to World Championships in Sweden, so that's pretty cool, man. But I just fell in love with it, man. I fell in love with the endurance side of things, because when you're running, man, it's such a mental battle, right? Like you got 10 miles, legs heavy, cramping up. It's hot outside, it's cold outside. And the only thing that's going to get you through is the mental, bro. It's you versus you when you're running. Like, you don't have nobody that you can rely on to help you push through those miles. It's either you're going to get there or you're not. So I just kind of put all that into, like, the brand, man. And I felt as though, like, in the market that I'm trying to attack, there's a gap in the market. Me as a young black man, bro, there's not a lot of black marathon runners. Like me, 6'3", 215, I'm not a typical runner, right? Like, so me just kind of embracing that and adding my swag into the industry, man, I feel as though that we can do something special. So I'm excited to see, what we do with it.
I noticed also you also talked about it. You're like a heavy keep things going, like what's next person. Yeah. So when do you take time to actually reflect on your accomplishments? Yeah. In order to, pivot and move forward with the rest of your life, in order whatever changes you need to make? Kind of like you don't.
I don't. And that's something that I told myself this year, that I need to do a better job of kind of like sitting back, kind of celebrating the small wins and stop always focusing on like what's next. Because I feel as though that's what keeps you motivated, right? Like those little wins, like, okay, cool, I'm going down the right direction, instead of like always skipping past the little wins and trying to like focus on what's next. Again, it's hard, right? Because I'm so passionate about what I do, and like my why as to what I do is so strong that it's like I can never stop and slow down. But I'm trying. Again, I'm a work in progress. So I'm trying to just kind of reflect on what's currently going on, just be grateful where I currently am, and just trying to slow down a little bit. But it's kind of hard for me, man.
It had to take some time to reflect, though, for you to know that you should pivot more so into athleisure versus just doing streetwear.
Yeah, I mean, I feel as though just from like just making mistakes, bro, like wasting money, getting too much inventory, trying to follow what's trending on Instagram, thinking like, oh, this worked for this person, it'll work for me, opposed to like understanding that brands thrive when they're organic, right? Like the audience can feel that. And I feel as though like us going down this performance wear route, the audience is going to be able to feel that, okay, the CEO founder, he is a freak, he is an athlete. So it's just like, I respect this brand even more, opposed to trying to be like a New York Fashion Week guy, and it's just like, that ain't what's on my social media. When you come to social media, you be like, oh, okay, yeah, he fit, he work out. You know what I mean? So like, I feel as though just doing something that's aligns with me was so important, man.
So coming into this year, 2025, did you have any New Year's resolutions or anything that you wanted to accomplish?
Honestly, I didn't, bro.
Well, actually not this year, last year.
Yeah, I honestly didn't. I really didn't even do anything to celebrate. I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing every single day, living intentionally, and just waiting on my moment. I feel as though the only thing right now in my way is time, and just being patient. So just practicing patience and understanding that as long as I'm doing everything that I can do every single day to reach my goal, that it'll happen eventually. Just maybe not in my timing, maybe in God's timing, but it's going to happen. So just trying to stay patient. That's it.
Do you have any for this year?
I don't have
Nothing. If you
no
just had to think of one just right now on camera.
New Year's resolution. I want to read more. So I asked for a few books for Christmas that my fiance's family got me. Something that I never did was read. I actually read, like, honestly, my first book when I was in prison, just because I was bored and had time. And honestly, like, some of the most smartest people in the world are incarcerated, and they read. And every mostly successful entrepreneur mogul in this world, they read and they educate themselves consistently. So it's just like me, just kind of like taking things that I see other people doing that are successful and applying it to my daily, everyday life, was important to me. So like I would say, like, just educating myself more and just reading more. That was my kind of only resolution for the year.
Well, yeah, definitely. I was when you said that, I was surprised because like people I know, a lot of them started reading and got into reading while they were in prison.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something that has benefited them.
Yeah.
And has helped them. But so just to get a little bit of football talking.
Okay, talk to me.
You were a wide receiver.
I was.
Who are your top 5 favorite wide receivers all time?
All right. Number 1 growing up was Brandon Marshall. He was my favorite receiver, just because like his mentality. He just had that killer instinct, like big, physical, strong guy that can route you up, but also like he'll put hands on you, stiff on you, put your face in the dirt. That was kind of like my whole like style of play growing up. I would say obviously Randy Moss. That was every kid's favorite player. Oh, I mossed him.
Yeah,
jumped
got a
over
whole game named after
Oh,
him.
for sure. Moss, he got Moss. Randy Moss. I would say I love Jerry Rice. Super smooth. I love Michael Irvin. And honestly, that's kind of it, man. Kind of just a little blend of all of them. I try to like stamp my game after. I wasn't the fastest guy. I had game speed. And that's kind of what kind of hindered me from going to the next level, was like that 40-yard dash time that they take so seriously now. I wasn't a 40-yard dash guy. I never ran track. I was just more so like, when the ball's in my hand, I'm gonna make a play. So
and that's what's most important,
that's
honestly.
What's most important. But obviously, unfortunately, today, like, them stats gotta look like that too when you do that 40-yard dash. Especially for me, man. I went to a Division II all-black college, so I was already an underdog. So I was expected to do even more than what the average person that may have went to Alabama had to do. So again, man, I feel as though all those kind of like those tough moments that I kind of had to like go above and beyond just kind of helped me in today, right? Like I feel as though like going to all-black college, being an underdog, being in a fraternity, going to prison, like all these things set me up and set my life up to where it is right now, right? Like when I have kids one day, man, like hopefully I'm successful, super successful, and they're gonna know that their dad's successful. But one thing I'll always tell my kids one day, man, is that like you're gonna work and you're gonna earn every single thing. And just because your dad has it and is successful doesn't mean that nothing's gonna be handed to you. And I feel as though that's, those are valuable lessons to have, man, because life ain't easy, as we all know, right? Life is hard, man, and it's gonna throw us lemons every single day. And from growing up, with tough love from my family, my parents, man, kind of like made me bulletproof to the bull crap that life, dishes and gives out every single day,
Definitely. This is kind of my last couple questions. What was the biggest adjustment going from growing up in Baltimore to then moving to LA? Because I'm picturing, well, I don't know for sure because I'm not from LA, but I'm just picturing it's 2 totally different environments, 2 totally different mindsets you gotta have, 2 totally different types of people that you're around.
Oh yeah. I feel like LA made me even more hungry. Everyone's trying to get it, like cost of living is expensive, it's very competitive, everyone's successful. So like just every single day, just keep my foot on the gas and never getting complacent. I'm super grateful for Baltimore, great city, but I just felt as though that like it is a city where you can get comfortable. Now that I live in LA, like all my friends and all my peers, man, like they're constantly like elevating, and it motivates me, right? It motivates me every single day to go harder. And again, like it's just a testament of just like having good people in my corner And I feel as though like when I moved to LA, I still have a lot of friends from back home that are successful, but I feel like a lot of my friends in LA, man, like they push me every single day to keep going harder. Like there is no bull crap talk. Like when I'm on FaceTime with my boys and stuff, no matter who they are, man, like we're motivating each other. Like, what's cooking up next? What you got next? Oh, you gotta go harder. You know you're better than that. And I feel as though when I moved to LA, man, just made me even more hungrier to just be the best, bro.
It seemed like you already had that mentality going into it, though.
I did, man, but it's just good to kind of like be around it all the time.
Yeah, I feel that.
You know, like driving down the street in LA, you see a Rolls Royce. Like, I have no intention on ever wanting a Rolls Royce. I don't like the car, but the fact that like it's around me and I know that it's possible and my peers have these things and I can literally touch it, it's like, damn, okay, it's really possible. You know what I mean? Whereas though like in Baltimore, it's rare you see that. You're not gonna see a Rolls Royce or a Lamborghini truck that's riding down the street. But again, man, it's just like just using those things to just like motivate you, you know, and just turning those things into a positive and just pushing you every single day, man. And that's kind of the mantra of the brand, keep winning, right? Like it speaks for itself. It's like either you're a winner or you're a loser, right? Like there is no in between. And that's something I tell myself, like if you want to be successful, you got to be all in. There is no work-life balance. You know, like I don't care about going on vacations. I don't care about like having fun. Obviously I have to make time for my fiance, go on date nights and stuff, but like my goal is the brand. My goal is to be the best. My goal is to like change my life, my family's life, and to other people that comes after me, man. So like with that requires sacrifice. So like I'm just grateful and blessed to have people in my corner that pushes me and understands that mission. My fiance, she understands that like he gonna wake up at 3 a.m. and he gonna go to sleep at 12 o'clock midnight. He gonna wake up again at 3 a.m. and like I may not talk to him as much, but it's just like I understand his mission. And that's kind of where I am, man. And I know that's what it takes to be successful. I don't know any successful individual that has a work-life balance. I don't know any, and it's okay with me. I've embraced that, and I understand that like that's what it takes.
All right, man. Well, appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man.
Bleu Magazine.
Yes, sir.
out.